Real Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
Do it like that. You need 6 weeks.
I gotta ask you this, Dame, because in the times of where records don't really sell astronomical numbers, where is it where you like you get a budget, right? Where do you satisfy the label?
Shit, when the money come back, when they start seeing
So
money.
is it any amount of money, or is it just
I
is
think
it just
anytime
a profit?
I think when they at least when they break even, or
Then
they see
it's
that the
worth
money
trying
coming.
it's worth trying to pursue more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because and that doesn't. So for artists, would you suggest taking less?
Nah, get
It's
as
taking
much,
less banking on yourself because
you definitely banking on yourself, but get as much money as you fucking can.
yeah,
Because I mean, it's shit. We disposable.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, you know, and I think it's the relationship you have with your presidents and your CEOs and your A&Rs to where like for me, for example, I always wanted to keep this shit respectful. Like, I understand, like, you got to report to somebody. And you reporting to somebody based off what I do. So I always try to keep that in mind of, like, you know, I don't want you looking crazy.
Right.
Because I signed with you for a reason. I fuck with you as a human being. And so you got to just find a balance. But
Did you ever try to do business with CMG and Motown?
So in my perfect world, you know, I knew Gotti shit was coming up, like his situation at Epic was coming up. So I always was like, and he already had Bag, so it was like Gotti, Youngster, and Bag at this moment. Maybe Block Boy. We had Block Boy too, I think.
Okay.
So my idea, I'm like, look, the better y'all should show me at Motown, you know, bruh gonna come,
Right.
Like, cause I'm his little nigga, like.
Right.
We could get direct conversations on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, it was just QC. QC, Play Too Much, I think Blacksmith, you know, like that type of shit. So I think Gotti being the chess player he is, I think he always was like, let me see how they treat you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you say, like, for Gotti, the bag is the bag. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he could have came in there and asked for whatever he wanted to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so when you get up out of there and you in the process, and I remember when this was happening. Like,
I was sick when I got fired, though.
Man,
Let's just be honest.
It seemed like you was sick, but how long? How long did you before you started taking meetings?
Dog, I was like, so I didn't know. Me and my nigga Jay Brown, he over at Island Records. Now he got the hottest artist right now. The what's the one song? She say that she feeling me, but she rather be where the shooters be.
Oh,
Sleazy. I think
Sleazy.
his name's Sleazy. That's his artist right now. So like, bro, me and this nigga went to a A&R meeting. We thinking like we just give it an update. Yep, this feature coming in. We need this. Boom, boom, boom. I think I asked for my own meeting just for something else. And they was like, oh, nah, she don't got the time today. So I went to the courtyard to get some food. I get a text, oh, yeah, she can meet with you. I'm thinking I'm coming to my meeting about the business I wanted to meet about.
Right.
Whereas as I'm coming up, Jay Brown coming down. And the nigga, like, this my nigga, though. He like, bro, they cut me. I'm like, bro, what the fuck you talking about? Like, we literally just had a meeting. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, stop playing, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, I'm serious. So I'm still thinking like, damn, my nigga. But I'm like, but shit, my meeting is the one I asked for.
Right.
I got in there, she gave me the whole bullshit speech and shit. And then she let us go. So, you know, a nigga had to like stand tall still on some like, all right, cool, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? She told me about the whole business, how this shit gonna go and everything. So I called Gotti. I'm like, bro, they just fired me, bro. They got me fucked up. And I was in LA and Gotti was like, oh, cool. You got a flight going to Atlanta tonight. And from being fired, grabbed my backpack, I went straight to Atlanta to the airport.
Okay.
And we was in the studio and he was like, you know, that's when he gave me all the pep talk shit. You're gonna be good, you know, you got us type shit. And we did like 3 records that night. all tracks a million beats, and we end up doing the City Girl shit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And at one point it was kind of tripping me out because I was like, bro, I was here for a year and we couldn't get in there with City Girls.
Right.
The day I get fired, my big homie working on a record for City Girls, and I'm A&R and I wrote the hook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so I was kind of like, that let me know, like, bro, it wasn't you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's another song that's about to come out too that you'll hear, but it let me know, like, bro, you all right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I never even took other meetings because after that, bro was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's figure this shit out, bro.
So Ethiopia had been to cut you. She's from the Bay.
I mean, she claims she from the A. We just make sure that she knows she was born in the
from
Bay,
the A.
but
Yeah.
she's from the A.
So, and she looking at you. Is it because a lot of people never had those meetings, Dame.
Mm-hmm.
So is it like, is it straight business? I mean, of course,
I
it's
think
straight
it was
business.
awkward.
Yeah, that's what I wanted
For her
to know.
and me.
Yeah, like
Because-
you know, me and you cool, but you got to fire me.
Yeah. And her best friend is Jay Valentine.
Yeah.
So it probably was awkward for her. And like, you know what? To this day, I ain't never hollered at her about it. So one thing that went in my mind too, like, she a black woman, so I can never down talk her in her shit.
Right.
I started kind of thinking for her, like, okay, what was her bosses talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what didn't we do to make her look good for the people she needed to turn up for?
Right. That's what I look at.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even get into like an anger or fuck her. I was more like, well, damn, maybe the people on top was on some like, man, you got to cut these niggas. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So you never dropped a project,
Nah, I never
but you
dropped
dropped
nothing.
like 2 singles.
I think I just dropped Dreams.
Because you didn't sign yourself as an artist though.
Yeah.
You did.
So it's Play Too Much. It was me and Paris and Murdoch.
So you signed yourself as an artist, and Paris and Murdoch, they got a single on Motown.
Nah, not yet. They was supposed to drop.
Okay, they were supposed to drop,
But
they was working on a project.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the process, like you wasn't taking meetings, but like, how long before you hollered at Def Jam? Because I don't know if you know you ain't really that good at keeping secrets because you was giving it all away in all of your language, and I knew something was coming.
Nah, it say shit.
You said a lot of shit.
Nah, you just on these text messages and you can understand what we was saying.
You said enough to that. I know, like, this nigga finna do something,
Nah,
and
I
it's
think
like
the Def Jam shit was like, I think I got let go in 20. I think I got let go in 19, but 20 was when everything, like my contract ended. So they had to pay me all the way to 20.
Mhm.
And then fresh out of the 20, Gotti was like, I got you. Like, let's figure out your number and what you need. And because for me, I was like, bro, I've been your friend for free.
right.
So I'm like, I don't know what's the right number
Like,
to tell
what do
you.
I tell you to?
Yeah, like my nigga, like I'm like your A&R, but I'm really just the homie that you call every day.
Right.
And we like brainstorm shit. So me and him came up with a situation. He was like, cool, I'm good with that. Because I still was kind of ringing in the industry because I did put a date on it for him while I was at Motown with him and Lil Baby. So he kept me like,
Hey, I got to stop you right there too. That's one of the hardest records, bro. Like that record. That's one of the hardest records and videos.
Yeah, so that's all Gotti video. That was actually my beat though.
That shit hard though.
So
You wrote that hook?
No, I ain't touched
Okay.
nothing on that shit. That was my beat though.
Okay.
Like I literally, my boy June out of Texas sent me some mute beats, and I always put that to the side. I said I don't know what the fuck you could rap about on this shit,
Right.
but the beat is like amazing.
That beat was more Black Youngster than Gotti though, and Gotti did his thing because it's a different flow. Like you didn't even talk about the cadence with him.
No, bro, this is what happened. We was in the studio playing beats, and I accidentally played the shit, and the nigga
That's
like,
how
"What
it
is
usually
that?"
happen.
And I was like,
Damn, you smart though, bro. You won't be accidentally playing.
Nah, I
nothing.
swear to
You know
God,
what you-
accidentally because I was trying to keep this for myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
nigga Dame Slick, he play that reverse like
Nah,
that.
because
Like,
you know,
my bad.
at Motown, I was supposed to be doing the album.
Oh yeah, true.
So I was already trying to hold this for myself.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And he heard it and he was like, "Well, let me get that." And I was like, "Fuck." You know what I'm saying? Like, can't be no hater. I'm like, here. And then I think I left and then he called me later and was like, "Yeah, Lil Baby." No. He was like, "Lil Baby next door." And him and Lil Baby just freestyled that shit. And then I left. I had to go do something.
Okay.
And I came back and he was like, "Listen to this shit." And I was like, "God, this shit crazy."
What did you rearrange? You did something.
I didn't do nothing. I literally just gave him the beat.
So that
The horns, everything was already
on
what it
there.
was. Yeah.
So that shit's so hard, bro. I love that song. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I can't front. So which one of those is that the biggest selling Gotti record?
Hell no, Down in DM.
Down in the DM.
Mm-hmm. Probably go, Gotti biggest records probably go Down in the DM to Rake It Up to maybe put a date on it or something.
You touched all them records?
I didn't touch Down in the DM. Our boy Breezy did that one.
Okay. But you was around.
Yeah, I A&R'd the project, but Breezy did that one.
Okay. Now I want to ask you about because this is just CMG related before I forget, but we talk about this all the time. And you need to explain this to your young partners out here. How do you get past the politics? Because you literally watched Bag come into that CMG family.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I don't know if it's against his neighborhood, but it's not the same side.
Oh, I didn't even know about this shit.
You didn't even know about it.
Yeah, I didn't know about it.
So even as it was going on, you didn't know nothing.
I knew about like, I guess like, I knew about like the rivalries of the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I explained to Gotti, I was like, we don't have that.
Right.
I was like, you don't have the whole East beefing with the whole West.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you might got certain niggas beefing with it, but we don't have East Side versus West Side versus South Side versus North. We don't do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew it was like a rivalry, but I didn't even know
Yeah.
I mean, cause Gotti just one of them niggas like, you know what you supposed to know. So the same way he don't know about Oakland shit,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Memphis shit. It's not my business too.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even know about all that shit.
Working on this new project.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a few records, man, and I just like, I always tell you, like, I think you very needed, and not just here, it's just in the game, because you got a hell of an ear, like, you know how this shit's supposed to go. And creating this project, one thing that I'm going to say right now about you is nobody can never say that you don't represent Oakland. Like, beyond the Bay Area shit, I'm talking about beyond the Northern California shit, I'm talking about Oakland. You represent that shit, and you putting niggas on. How hard was it for you to get a hold of other people from your city that's have made it, or who do you have on a project from people who that's already on as far as the industry is concerned that everybody would know? Because it's like they say we don't fuck with each other, we don't work together when we have big projects, when we got shit going on. It's hard to get each other in one place at one time. So did you run into that same shit?
Man, I would love for like, how can I say this? I would love for it to be like a Bay Area hotline to when like one person actually does something and you automatically got to do it once they call. But it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this for anybody. Like, I don't care if like when Kamaya signed, I felt like if she put the call out on you from the Bay, you got to do it. I don't care if you the biggest artist. And the only person, I'm going to give his flowers for this shit, the only person I think ultimately did that shit was G-Eazy.
Yeah.
I think when G was called for anybody from your lower tier artist to your major artist from the Bay, he always did it. It might not be when you needed it, but he always was respectful enough to tell people like, look, I'm on tour. I'm in the studio with Britney Spears. Like, I got you though.
Right.
I think he the only one who, I don't know who he told no to. Like, I didn't see G do it from the street niggas to the rapper backpack niggas to the pop niggas. G always made himself do it. But I mean, you know, I listen, dog. There's some people on there who definitely management or they people said that they weren't recording at the time.
Wow. Do you have that problem with rappers? Or are these R&B people? I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I would say it's more on the R&B side.
Okay, it makes sense.
But you know what? Like, one thing I respect everybody's status.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for somebody like the artist H.E.R, you know what I'm saying? Like, one, she from the Bay Area, but like me and her got no ties to each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We probably met each other twice, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's younger than me, whatever. So, and she on fucking a world tour with Coldplay.
Man.
So I, you know, shout out to my boy Carrington and everything from her band, who's my nigga. Like, he my nigga enough to believe what he tell me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for her, she always told me like, I mean, he always told me like, let's might find a better song because I might have tried to give her something too ratchet or too turned up.
Right.
And I respect her status enough to be like, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you shouldn't be on no song talking about come beat the pussy up or something like that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
I get it.
You are a superstar. We need you forever.
Yeah, she got her own festival.
Yeah, we need you forever in that light.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, but it's certain artists that, you know, they hit you with they not recording, but then you look up and there's a fucking video of them in the studio.
How do you get with the politics that's going on in the street? Mm-hmm. How do you get the hottest niggas or the big dogs all on one record? I mean, I know you're not trying to get every Oakland artist on your record. In the ideal world, then yeah, that would be great, right? But how do you get all these people to coexist on records? Oh, because a good thing we talked about, if you just look at your video, it's not all people in your video that get along, right? These are people from different turfs. This is a lot of politics in between, a lot of shit involved, but it don't stop Dame from doing his thing. Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I give respect to those people, you know what I'm saying, for allowing me to even, like, put them in a video together. Probably not in the same scene, but, like, they give me enough respect to like this a bigger cause. Cause I'm not trying to. I wish I could stop the shit, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I'm not asking them to do this shit for some random shit either. Like this shit gonna be on BET Jams, Rick Ross. Like at least get your shit off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To me, they kind of define the song when they say, you know, get up out your feelings and get you a bag. Like. You know what I'm saying? They got to show their clothing brands off. They got to throw up their hoods. Like, I had to fight for that video with Def Jam. Like, they tried to blur Lil Project Papa clothing line out, which is, you know, part of the rules because he got to sign off on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm talking about the day before that shit came out. I had to teach Pop how to do the docu-sign on his phone. You know, my cousins over there in the Acorns, I had to like damn near lie and say, bro, that's their clothing brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's their shit.
Right.
Like we signed off on it already.
Right.
So, you know, like, you know, I just kind of got respect for them for having enough respect for me to put that shit to the side to do that. But you try to manage it, man, and you try to figure out like I'm not in people's business. I don't want to know how deep the beef is, why the beef is. Like I'm gonna always tell you the truth. Like, hey, look, you know, I'm cool with these people. And, and it's really your opportunity to either, you know, get in your feelings or hop out your feelings.
Stay all blue. I'm just trying to stay racked up like you.
Put an 8 in a 1 and do magic. Tryna stretch hair on like elastic. Eco-friendly drug dealer, I don't waste no plastic. Use all 4 corners of that baggie. All I ever wanted was a bankroll. So I pull up on Champ before the bank close. Say no to stank hoes and stank clothes. No paramedic pimpin', nigga, we don't save hoes. Yeah, rest in peace to Lil